So enjoying Lost Ark? I am. Where is this? Oh, so this isn't your fault. I'm not getting mad at you, but where is this bullshit that it's been losing its player base lately? It's still getting like close to 500,000 concurrent players peak every day. I mean, the game has been out for over a month now, so like the launch hype is settling down, but like gamers have like is their attention span so short that every game that's been out for more than 2 weeks is just dead? I don't understand. We talked about this a little bit at the beginning of the stream. The queues are like a minute now. I don't know. I don't know, like, what's that about? I guess we talked about earlier that one of the things you gotta understand is that, like, a lot of streamers, there's nothing wrong with this, a lot of streamers are gonna jump ship immediately to the next new thing, because that's kind of like the game of streaming. Whereas people like me, I kind of like hunker in and really like to see what a game's all about and really put some work into it and grind it. Potentially even to the detriment of my content, but it's just what it is. But yeah. People are saying that Lost Ark is like going down. It's just like where are you getting this from? Like, are you watching YouTubers who like, the game is amazing, it's incredible, the best game ever for like the first 2 weeks, and then as soon as that like 2 week, 3 week, 4 week mark hits, they're like, the problems that are killing this game, the ultimate downfall of this game. And the reason why they're doing that is just because that's the flow of how to get the most views out of your content. Say good things in the beginning, and then start to make negative content like as soon as the launch hype fades a little bit, you immediately start shitting on the game because negative content generates more views. Right, so Asmongold made a post, a rant, yeah, I'm not familiar with that, but of course, yeah. Asmon does his thing, makes big sort of flashy negative thumbnails to get the most views possible, which in turn has a negative impact on players' impression of the game. Even if in the video he like loves the game and is saying good things about it, that thumbnail alone, the title alone, will influence millions of players to think, well, this game's really going downhill. I saw an Asmongold video title that said, the problem that's killing Lost Ark or whatever, right? You gotta be careful about that. Not saying anything bad about Asmongold, that's just the game, right? Hype in the beginning, doom and gloom immediately upon the first hint of the hype fading. Doom and gloom from then on out. Even though Asmongold probably plays that game 18 hours a day. You know what I mean? He loves it. And I like Asmon a lot. I got a lot of respect for him, but you just gotta watch out for that shit. Because that's the game these days. That's the game on social media. So, the game is, I mean, like I said, 500,000 concurrent players every day is pretty goddamn good. You might not see everybody and their mom streaming it, because a lot of streamers will just go to the next thing. But, yeah, man. Lost Ark is pumping, in my opinion. It's really fun, and the game is doing great, so I don't know. But then again, I don't really read Reddit, I don't really read all the forums. Like, if it's a forum, I don't care, because people are just there to just be weird. I'll just play and have fun. And maybe my perspective is a little bit small, but within my community and my experience with the game, I'm having a blast. I don't know. But yeah, that's the game. That's the game. Same thing with Elden Ring. Somebody posted a tweet about Elden Ring. It's like, wow, Elden Ring lost half of its player base. The game's really going downhill. It's like, as a joke, because that's how it works in this day and age, right? Right, I think it's Asmon's editor probably putting out those like crazy thumbnails and you know, titles, which is, you know, fine. That's the game. That's the game, you know? Yeah. That's the game. Yeah, he loves the game and says every time he plays, he just makes hype user content. I know. But there is something to consider, that if the hype YouTube content you're making has a negative impact on the game and the community that you're involved in, maybe you adjust to help the game a little bit more than helping yourself. Maybe. Or not. But That's kind of how it works, right? And like I said, I love Asmon, and I've got a lot of respect for him. But he's a very powerful content creator, and if he voices negative opinions, even just to get views on YouTube, that can have a very negative impact on the player's perception of the game. Just gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Ugh. Gaming publications love to write articles with like hard headlines like, yeah, players are annoyed over this, quitting in droves, right? Because the negative bullshit gets some views. If you're like saying like the best feature in Lost Ark, you're like, I don't care. But if they're like quitting in droves for this one thing, people who aren't even interested in Lost Ark will read that article and be like, wow, did you hear about this thing in Lost Ark? People hate that game. You know, it's like, what are you talking about? But that's the thing, people are more interested in self-embellishment and self-enrichment than they are about having a positive impact on the world. So they will put a big splot of shit on the world if it makes them better. They'll take a big old shit in the pool if it means that everybody will get out and they can stay in it. They don't care. They're like, hey, it's my pool now. If everybody has to get out of the pool, and then that means that they'll come buy lemonade from the lemonade stand at the pool, like, they'll do it. Even if that means that nobody gets to have fun anymore. You know, it's crazy. Yep. Is it accurate? Let me guess, you got a beard. Sensational themselves, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just not our style, Coylin. I know what we're trying to do, yeah. Like, I do not like to immerse myself in negativity. We're having a discussion that's not necessarily a positive discussion right now, but I don't like to immerse myself in negativity. It doesn't make me feel good. It's not in line with who I am and what I'm about and what I want to put out there. That's not the influence that I want to have. So, I don't do it. I don't do it. Now, my content gets a lot less views than some people's content who's negative focused, but it's not because it's not because I'm not being negative. My content's not getting attention. It's because my content just needs to be better. That's just how it works. But at the same time, if I put out negative titles, it probably would get more views. I'm just not interested in that. That's not how I want to be. It's not the impact that I want to have. I want to have a positive impact. I want to help people find ways of having fun in a game and cool things and share my experience that I think is cool. Not fuss. I'm telling you, man, that attitude, you'll get stuck in negative attitude. You will get stuck. And I talk about it all the time, and you will wonder why everything feels so bad. It's because anytime you face the tiniest amount of resistance, you say, this thing sucks, so it's not worth my time doing it. It's not worth pushing through this discomfort because it sucks, and it's not worth it. It's stupid. And then you'll find out that you don't ever put any effort into anything, and everything, it sucks because you write it off instantly, and then you're just sad and depressed and stuck doing nothing. Because you're caught in a negativity vortex. Instead of being like, this takes some effort. I guess I'll push through it for the result that I'm looking for. Or I will enjoy the journey rather than being fixated on the process. Things like that. Even in video games. That my attitude is such that I like the grind. That's all I got. I'm not crazy talented at anything in particular. But I do tolerate and enjoy the grind, which allows me to succeed in certain situations. Like bodybuilding, like content creation, like MMORPG games. I enjoy the grind, where my brain, can tolerate and enjoy putting in consistent effort over a long period of time, where some people won't. They will fail. And that's where I overtake them. With the grind. And that's what I do. It's kind of I'm not a stealthy person, but it is a stealth approach where people will come in and be like, whoa, how did he get so lean so fast? I'm like, it's taken 5 months to get this lean. You just haven't been paying attention. How did he gain so much muscle? So fast, like I've been training for 20 years. It just doesn't look like anything until I get leaner, like that kind of thing, right? I will outlast you, Bajheera. Yep, that's right. Yep. But yeah, Quaylen, how many more views would a video get if I was like, saying like CC, the amount of CC in Lost Ark PvP is destroying the game. How many more views would we get? Just with a thumbnail and title like that. Even if I didn't mention CC one time in the game, if I was just like normally playing and then I got CC'd, I'm like, I'm just getting wombo comboed. How many more views did we get on that video? But instead what we do is we say Berserker 3v3 arena session, and we have all these helpful tips for the video that people can learn. And we'll eventually make a discussion of how the CC works in the game to help people learn. But yeah. We would get way more views if we were just like complaining and whining and doing these sensational negative titles and stuff. That's how I do it though, dude. Sometimes being a grind guy's a genetic trait, yeah. Yeah, it's just part of how I am, yeah. Part of how my brain works, yep. What do you actually think about the CC? I think I need to learn about it. There are abilities that you can use that make you immune to certain types of CC. You need to learn those abilities and use them well. For me, I think it's practice. I just gotta learn and improve. But that attitude right there is, I guess I gotta get better. I guess I gotta learn and practice. Is an attitude you will not have if you immediately face any type of resistance or something that you don't like and immediately say, this thing sucks, it's not my fault, that's bad, it needs to change. You will never make any progress at anything if you just say, the world needs to change so I can succeed. Nope. You will not succeed at anything. Or you might succeed on accident, but yeah, that's not gonna work. You say, this is worth learning, the process is worth doing, I'm gonna get better at it and I will succeed. That's the attitude that is successful and helpful. Not the one that, it's not my fault, the world's bad, the world sucks, I don't have to put any effort into it because it's bad. That will get you stuck and depressed. And you can learn that lesson from video games, but it applies to everything. It's like when I fuss about the YouTube algorithm, yeah, I'm fussing about it. I'm like, yeah, the algorithm sucks. But it's like, am I gonna stop making YouTube videos, or am I gonna try to either continue to do what I do because I believe in it, or try to change things to find other ways of being successful, right? So, that's how it goes. And I choose to just keep putting in the work and seeing how it goes.